So, hi guys. How are you? I hope you're having a nice holiday season. Here I am. I'm going to make a kind of an experiment here because I saw a video where I think it's Lola, and she was embossing on some foil to make some little copper plates for her nativity. She has a huge nativity outside, which is beautiful. I'm going to put the link to her video so you can see part of it. And I remember, I thought the Cricut had an embossing tool. Sorry, that's what I remembered, but it's a scoring tip. It's this scoring tip here. And what I'm going to try to do is score on this pen. See if I can score some stars or something for my Christmas tag, which I haven't made yet. It came to a point where I thought, well, I'm not going to be sending anything out then, because I'm not going to make cards. What I wanted to make were some Christmas tags. But it doesn't matter if they arrive late, especially for the international people. It'll probably take a week or more during Christmas season. Sorry for the noise. So anyway, I had I don't know if I used it all up. I know I had some film, some what do you call it? Some metal film that they used to sell in a roll, but I can't find it. I don't know if I used it all up or what. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this metal here. I'm going to cut a square because it's easier. Well, it's kind of easier to use it like that in the Cricut. What I'm going to try to do is see if I can score on this and see if it looks like embossed metal. Let's see how much of a square I can get out of this. Which side is the blade? I'm gonna use the blade. Probably won't cut, but it will mark. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to see how it works on metal, if it scores. I'm going to use quite a bit of material here, but I thought, well, maybe I can score it by, score it myself with some metal, with a cookie cutter or something. I don't know. Let me see if these still work. These scissors are supposed to cut on anything. Yeah. They're good because they have, I've had this forever. It still works. It's by Fiskars. It's even, it has rust on it. And it works real good. And it has a spring. And it's supposed to cut through a lot of different materials. Well, it was cutting fine until I said that. Okay. So I'm gonna see what measurement I have here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Set it up for 4.5. I don't know. Let's see what happens. This little corner here doesn't want to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the Cricut and find a star or something simple to cut. A star would be okay. And I'm going to use this scoring tip. Okay, so I chose the 4.5 by 4.5 size paper, and I taped it down with this painter's tape. And the design that I am going to try to use is, I lost it, oh here it is, this snowflake. I was going for a star at first, but the star I found was only like a cut. It would only emboss the edge of the star. So I decided to look for a design that had some, you know, some intricate cuts so that it would have a nice design, embossed design. So let's see how that works. I already chose a design. I set it up for 2 inches, I think. Or I wanted 1.5 inches, but my Cricut is not, some of the buttons are not working. I asked for 1.5 inches and it gave me 3 inches design, so then I went for 1 inch, and now I have a 2 inch design. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut, see what happens. Okay, let's see what happened. First, this corner here got stuck, so I put this tape here because it got stuck on this corner. Then the first cut, let's call it cut, it didn't show up too well. Then I remembered that we use a pad when we're embossing, so I went ahead and put a foamy sheet under it, and then it showed up. Let's see how well you can see this. It's really showing up now, so I'm gonna, one thing I noticed is when the blade finishes cutting here and it wants to go to the other line, it will mark. But that I can probably erase it with one of the embossing tools. So let's take this out and see. I think I could really use this. So yeah, if you're going to try this, remember putting a foamy sheet. I was going to try with felt, but I found the foamy sheet first, and I think this will probably work better than felt. So I can really see the snowflake and the design on this. I'm trying to see my monitor, see. So you're supposed to use the underside, I believe. You see the line? You can see the line where it switches to the other side. But I'm going to try to erase that line with one of the embossing tools. Let's see, like over here. Yeah, you can go over it with the embossing tool, and it kind of erases it. So that would work if you want to erase that line a little bit. So let me try cutting these out. There's a way you could cut, I don't think you can program this Cricut to, let's see if one of the shapes, yeah, I guess you could. After I cut the embossing, I don't know if the blade would cut this, but next time I'm gonna try, excuse me, because the other layer, you would be cutting the outside. That would be nice to try, but I didn't think of it till now. Anyway, this really looks cool. It looks embossed. The edges aren't that sharp, and you could use it on a card or a tag, which is where I am, plan to using it. So that's my experiment. I hope you try it, and like I said, if you make one of these, check the design to see if it has another layer, unless that layer is bigger, because it could be the shadow and it automatically cuts it bigger than the design. Now that I think of it, this could be the shadow. Anyway, I like the results, and remember what I used was the liner, what do you call this? The scoring tip that comes with the housing. That's what I used. I've never used it before. I got it way back, I think, when I got the Cricut. That was about 2 years plus ago. And I had never used it for scoring. So yeah. There's an idea. You can try it yourself and see what happens. If, let's say this design was bigger and I wanted to accentuate it, I would get one of these scoring tools, and from either the front or the back, I could go around this here, around the snowflake, and make it look, raise it up a little by going around it with the scoring tool. With the embossing tool, sorry. Scoring. See, that raises the... That's what they normally do with embossed metal. They go around the design on the side that it's raised. This is very soft metal. See, there's a little bigger tip. It makes it pop out a little bit more. So yeah, so that's my little video for today. So I hope you like that, and I hope you you try it. It would have been great if I found that sheet of that metal roll that I thought I had some left, but I couldn't find it. But I used that little tin plate, and it worked fine. So that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Let me know what you think about this.